Hi, Stephen here from Sound of Nation Wave, and this is day 14 of the November daily draws. So let's see what message we get today, and I'll be taking the first card from Ellen Dugan's Witch's Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay. So we have the Seven of Cups. We're back to the Cups again. And this is all about what we wish for, what we desire, what we want, the options in front of us, being having lots of choices, lots of things. What do we choose? What do we want? What is it that we need to connect with next? What's the next thing to connect with? How is it going to enrich our lives? Is it going to enrich our lives? These are the questions we're asking ourselves, and we want to know where the fulfillment's coming from, and where we need to put our attention. But when we see this almost like this wizardy figure here with the outstretched hand, it's almost is he trying to hypnotize, mesmerize us? And sometimes we can be mesmerized by the possibilities of things, of our desires and our dreams and our the things that we imagine. It almost takes us into a little trance or a daydream or some kind of hypnotic state of where we sort of like go down different rabbit holes of what these things might involve. And but how much of which is good, we can always have our dreams and our imaginings, but at the end of the day, if we take it to an extreme, do these imaginary things become a distraction? And is there something more close at hand in the moment, in our present moment, to connect with, that may lead to some of these wishes and dreams and desires that we have? But sometimes they can be distracting from what we need to be connecting with in the here and now. We can neglect our spiritual connections with ourselves and with our life and our spiritual path and with other people by thinking too much and focusing too much on possibilities instead of actually what is at the moment. As I said, there's nothing wrong with having aspirations, desires, and dreams about what you might want later, what you might want to bring into your life. That's fine. But it is a danger that we can be so wrapped up in that that we neglect what we have here in the here and now. So don't let it become so hypnotic and sort of mesmerizing for your attention that you're pulled away from what you should be focusing on now in your spiritual and emotional life, in your relationships, in your spiritual path, in your day-to-day things that you're doing, or what's bringing you. Find some joy in the moment of what is and what's in your life now. And yes, by all means, aspire to other things, but don't let those aspirations take the place of what you already have in your attention, to the point where you neglect what you have and you don't connect with what you already have to give you some of that fulfillment. So, because these are in the clouds, these are imaginary, these are like castles in the air, they're not yet real. Yes, there could be aims and goals that you could reach for. But you have to remember they are not yet real. They're not. These are imaginary. But maybe there are things in your life that are tangibly in your life now. There are things that you can be doing now. And as I say, we may lead up to some of these things becoming a reality in our lives. But when we dream, when we have our head in the clouds, as his hat is almost in the clouds here, remember to keep our feet firmly on the ground in the here and now, in the reality of now. So don't be sucked up into the clouds, into these imaginings. Don't be totally consumed by them at the expense of what you're dealing with now. That, I think, is the contrast here. And also, some of these things may look enticing on the surface, but underneath they may not be as pleasant as they may first seem. And likewise, some may not seem as attractive as some of the others, but may be the very best thing for us. We need to be discerning about where we connect and what we connect with and how we connect. But remember, the key point here is not to be drawn up and caught up into the clouds of imagination to the point where we lose connection with the moment of now, of where we are now in our lives. And I think that's what this card is saying to us. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get to add to that. Direction Guardian. Choose your path, it says. Choose your path. We choose our own path. We choose which way to follow. But that means connecting with the path in front of us. Not necessarily the path we would imagine or prefer, but the path that we're on. Let's choose the path before us and choose how to walk on it. Enjoying the moment of each step. Yes, imagining, dreaming, wishing for things further down the line, but never neglecting the journey that we are actually in the midst of doing now. So choose our path. Choose to walk the path that is before you, and who knows where it may lead. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 15. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.